What's up, guys? We're back here at Club MX, and today we're gonna give the old handbrake a try, the 92. So if you guys want to go check out the handbrake portion of that, you go check out racerxonline.com. But if you want to know more a little bit about the Club MX FXR Yamaha, we're going to go ride it a couple laps, give you a POV, and I'll stop the camera and then give you guys a little bit of feedback on what this bike is like. So stay tuned for some Vet Fury. Here we go. Vet Fury. Is that appropriate attire for a motocross track? I think everybody would like that. Definitely got to use your middle finger with your index finger. Okay, so for me, you can't be an index finger rider because then you got to go, and that's not going to work. So you'll notice my corner speed isn't as good because I'm just frankly not used to this bike yet, or how Max rides his bike with the handbrake. But there are a lot of pluses. We're going to talk about those. Let me give you a couple laps on what this bike's about. Again, vet rider, so forgive me. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. The rear brake right there is tough, so I'm really slow. right, guys, that's what I'm talking about. You got bumps coming this fast straightaway, and then you got a downhill. So that is really tough to do on this handbrake because you got to like lean back more. I'm more on the front side of the motorcycle, so when you use this second to third gear, big difference. Second gear, lots of engine braking. Third gear, really free. So when I'm coming down this straightaway in third gear and then coming down this hill, which you probably can't tell because on GoPro, pretty steep off camber, it's almost a too free feeling and I don't brake enough. And then I really got to squeeze on this brake, and then that forces my weight forward. So even though I'm sliding the rear tire, it feels like I'm putting weight on the front end. I asked Max about that and he says, look, I'm so far back on the bike, I don't notice that. I'm a vet guy, look at, and I'm more trying to shift my weight forward. I'm not far enough back. So something different there. I also tell you it helps for trail braking. If you guys are trail braking, you can feel trail braking a lot better with your index finger versus a hard sole of a boot. So that is much easier. So a lot different, but overall, man, this bike, this is his practice bike. I'm sure his race bike's a little bit different. He didn't give me the details on it. Very quick, very spool ups, it's very quick. Not unfamiliar with the YZ250F, but even more free, goes up quicker. Unlike when you have a quick spool up, you have to shift really quick. This bike, you don't need to shift quick, so that is easy. And you can just let this thing rev out. This thing will rev out. So when you have a free feeling motorcycle, you usually have to short shift. You don't have to short shift on this thing, which is really nice. You just let this thing rev. I'm gonna get the hell out of the way here. So for me, that is a quite unique feel. And I would say that for me, and it's more of a, I'm good. You thought I crashed?
What's that?
You thought I crashed?
Well, I haven't heard the bike in a while, and you haven't come around in a while.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I thought I crashed. So yeah, it's just a easier thing to do for trail braking, and it revs really far. They just did some suspension changes with Chad Reed. Chad's been helping out Max a little bit with setting, so fork is really nice. Shock's a little firm for me, but again, I'm not near as fast as Max, but overall very balanced motorcycle. And yeah, second gear out of the hole, it gets it. And what I do like is I'm a lazy rider. Third gear is pretty much usable for me. I can lug it around and recovery is really quick. Another aspect to this motorcycle, Max is 6'1", and it is very neutral. The cockpit is very shorter, rider friendly. You don't have ape hanger bars. I talked to Max about this. He says he likes a cockpit that is very neutral. His levers are neutral. His bar bend is pretty flat. He has some risers on his bar mounts, but they're not that tall. I'm 5'11", and it's just fine. So it's quite a nice bike. Luxon clamps. They do have some Luxon mounts. Again, Jamie from Twisted does the engines. Yeah, and it's a competitive motorcycle. I've ridden some fast 250Fs in my time, and this is up there with them. So I can only imagine what his race bike feels like. So very fun, very unique feel with the handbrake. Just like we said on the Racer X podcast, I'm sorry, the Racer X video, sometimes it takes an accident or a misfortune to evolve something, and Max, you know, has a foot injury, and he evolved something to make sure he can still ride and be competitive and win, and he's been doing it. Look at, he even said it. I didn't podium with rear brake pedal, but I podiumed with my left-handed rear brake lever. So that is crazy to think about. Thank you to Brandon and all the guys, Mohead, for letting me ride this, and Max, of course. Very unique feel. Love riding all these different kinds of bikes and just feeling my way around. And check out more information about this. You'll learn more with Mohead as well as Max on racerxonline.com. But cool story, cool bike, great facility. And if you have any questions about this handbrake, Chris at KieferInkTesting.com. And I don't know if I said this, excuse me if I didn't, but ASV is supposed to sell this kit. They're putting some kits together, so they'll be able to sell a hydraulic clutch with this brake system up here. So yeah, check them out, ASV. Again, more information about this. This was just a quick ride about the bike and to show you the track. RacerXOnline.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep this show up and moving, because we've been doing a lot of these videos lately and it's been fun. So I'll check you guys in the next one. See ya.